Okay, so we've we've downloaded the JDK now, which was the thing that the NetBeans was complaining about. So that's that there. Let's just run that. And it's happily telling us it's going to install itself. And it's got a nice please wait here, so we're not going to panic too much about the fact that these buttons have been grayed out. Okay, so I'm just going to keep hitting next. I'll notice here that it's got a path. This is saying where it's going to install it to. So that may be potentially useful later on, because this is saying where is the JDK. So we may need to give it that path. So I'll just look at that and I'll remember that program files Java JDK. So it's installing. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long to install, and we could probably even watch it create the files if we go into the C drive, remembering that it was in program files Java. There we go. We can see it's actually going to be filling this up, and new files should be appearing in here as it's installing. Yep, there they come. JRE stands for runtime environment. It's not particularly relevant, but it's interesting. Bin stands for binaries. That's if you ever heard of binary text being ones and zeros, well, that's sort of vaguely computing related. Lib stands for library. That's library files. That's the additional functionality that's available sort of off the shelf. So if you want to do a complicated task but you are not sure if somebody else has already done it, then you can have a look in the libs. But obviously that's not something we're going to be tackling in this course. So it's now telling us that it's ready to install. So this is, we've now got 2 install windows, which seems strange, but so there's some nice marketing information here. Apparently Java is run on 3 billion devices. That's exciting. It's also run on Android computers, Android phones. They all run Java, so that's an interesting fact to know. The programming language you're learning here is the one that's used to program Android phones. Obviously, if you're into Apple phones, that won't really help you much. Okay, so it's now asking us to register. We probably can skip that bit. Okay, so it's installed itself. That's great. So now hopefully it may pop up a registration window, which we'll have to close. Yeah, there it is. Registration window. Don't care about that. So close that. And I'll close these other windows as well, just so we're not worrying about what's going on here. So it's installed. So let's go back to the NetBeans installer. Now we need to tell it where the JDK is. So let's go tell it where the JDK is. It's in the C drive, in the program files, and remember it was called Java, and it was called, Java, double click that, and it was the 1.7. So we'll just click that. And then I hit OK. So you'll notice that I selected just that folder there. I didn't go into any of these other ones. If I do that, it will probably break. Yeah, see, so it breaks if I go into the bin directory. It'll break if I go into the lib directory. So make sure you just go into that JDK 1.7 directory, which we can go up and just double click that there. So make sure that's the one that you selected. So hit OK there, and we'll hit next. Okay, so it's happy. It's now ready to do an installation. It says it's going to be 278 megabytes. So that's good. So quick recap, what we've done so far is we've identified that NetBeans is the development environment we're using. We've downloaded that. We went to install it. It complained that we needed something called the JDK, which is actually Java Development Kit, but it's basically the Java stuff. Yeah, this is the development environment, and that's the Java stuff. So we're installing all this. We're not worrying too much about the details. We're not worrying about why we have to do these things. We're just basically following what it says on the screen. And hopefully you'll have followed this video along as well, and you'll be in the same position I am now, which is that NetBeans is installing. If you have any problems with this, what I want you to do is to take a screenshot and send it to me. So the way we take a screenshot is to press the print screen button, and then go into Word, into Paint or something, We could go into MS Paint. You'll probably have your own drawing application, but this is the default one. And if I press print screen and paste, then I can see my screen there. That's what I was looking at. So if I go look at, for example, this dialog, and I take a print screen of that, then if I go to Paint, I can paste that, and this is my screenshot of what happened on my screen. So it really helps me if you email me this, as well as a description of what went wrong and why you're confused. So we could save this image and then just send that as an attachment. And make sure you select JPEG as well. Don't send me massive bitmaps, that would be bad. So send me a screenshot if you have a problem, and that will really help me to save you a bit more. Help you more, sorry. Okay, so let's come back when this is finished installing.